Amazing part of the film festival this year.
Did you get a picture of the movie that you're
Voices
presenting?
so unique and generous, and a father and daughter that are a bit estranged.
You I will die, you I'm dying now. You told me you'd stick by.
I think that every film that you do impacts your view because you have to dive in. But, you know, I grew up kind of poor and didn't really have a lot of money, so it wasn't a story that I wasn't familiar with. But it was really beautiful, I think, to see more of a male perspective on that.
How does it compare making a big movie like, or big movies like The Hunger Games? Yeah.
Yeah.
And doing a small, relatively small film like Time Out of Mind. How's the experience, and are you more emotionally invested in a smaller movie maybe?
I don't see films as big or small. I only say yes to a film because it kills something or rebuilds something in my heart. And both Hunger Games and Time Out of Mind were characters and filmmakers and stories that I believed needed to be told. So there was no, you know, this is better, this is worse. I mean, the only difference for me is craft service, you know. I mean, one has better food, you know, one has better trailers, but they both have very authentic voices, you know.
I've been feeling for the last 10 years, maybe,
Were you ever there for me?
that I am just one stupid loser of an idiot.
You who are.
And I'm just not so sure anymore. Am I homeless?
No, you just reduce.
Am I homeless?
You reduce on your way up, George. That's
I'm
all
homeless. I don't exist.
You reduce.
You don't exist.
So far from me.
Very much so. We went to homeless shelters and we spent months and months talking to people on all sides of the issues. So people who are homeless in the shelters, people on the streets, people who work for the homeless, and we really got a sense of how everyone is kind of locked into the same problem. And so our idea was not to make a movie about good guys or bad guys or blame anyone for anything. It was really just to show a human portrait of what someone goes through in entering the homeless shelter system in New York. And really it's about more than just New York. It's really about the dispossessed. It's really about people who are without a home. And so it has a much more universal message.
And what did Richard Gere bring to the main role?
Just a beautiful heart, just a lot of openness. You know, it's a small movie. It wasn't like a Hollywood production, so everyone had to be very simple about it and just shoot it very, very fast. And he was the leader, you know. I was directing it, but he was the leader. I was taking my cues for him, just seeing what he's doing with his performance and just sort of like shaping it.
About the style of the movie, there are a lot of shots through doors, through windows, through wire mesh. Also, there's a lot of overheard conversation on the street. Why did you opt for that approach?
Because this is a movie about a guy who you wouldn't notice in your everyday life because we're all busy, we're all doing things that are distracting to us. And we wanted to give the perspective of the city on these people. So people who are living on their own time frame, living without a home, living without any kind of means. And you sort of have to kind of work a little bit to see them. It's the kind of story you will see when you look up from your phone or look through the window or look through a shop window. And it just became a movie about perspective of compassion, basically. It's like what's going to draw your attention from your life, from your interior life, into the world of the streets.